Hello doers, Jose Ignacio here with another Odoo tutorial. Now, meetings are an inescapable part of any industry, whether it's an internal one-on-one between team members or an external meeting with a potential client. You can schedule any type of meeting with Odoo's easy-to-use calendar module. Now, with the calendar module, you can manage your time more effectively, boost your productivity, and you can quickly schedule meetings with just a few clicks. So, enough chit chat, as I always say, and let's dive into my database and see just how easy it is to create and schedule a meeting with Odoo Calendar. All right, Odooers, so here I am on my main menu. Now, of course, I can click into the calendar module we see right here, and that allows me to view my own calendar and create events. But I can also schedule meetings directly from the chatter. So let's head into CRM and let's select any card we have here. 5 VIP chairs, because Jose Ignacio loves his chairs. Now, each record in Odoo has a chatter section that we see over here, and the chatter shows us any updates, messages, log notes, and scheduled activities. Now, when I create a new activity by selecting the activities button up here, and I change the activity type from to do over here to meeting, you notice our buttons changed. All of a sudden, now some fields disappeared, and our bottom button is now set to open calendar. So let's explore that in a second. So let's change our summary there and we select that. Now, what just happened? Well, Odoo automatically saved our activity and it redirected us to our calendar. Now, inside of the calendar module, the very first thing I notice is I am very zoomed in. So let us zoom out, Odooers. All right, now that we can see a month, we got a better bird's eye view. Now, first off, I need my team member Mark to attend this meeting. So I'll make sure he's checked over here under attendees. You can see Mark's beautiful face there and a nice check mark. Now, we could also add another one of my team members by checking, or actually typing their name down here underneath the add attendees field. And it should be noted that adding attendees like this lets me see their scheduled events on their respective Odoo calendars. And isn't that convenient? Now, I also see immediately, Mark is actually out sick today. No worries, Mark. We're not going to do that meeting today then. So we'll schedule the meeting for tomorrow instead. Now, how do we do that? Well, to create a new calendar event, I can either click on the add button that we see up here in the very far top left, or we can do something kind of cool. We can actually click directly on the slot I want on the calendar. But first, now we do need to be more zoomed in. Let's go to week. Today's Wednesday. So now that we're here, let's select a time slot for tomorrow. And we're going to select the 10 a.m. one. And I'll schedule this meeting for 10 to, let's say, 11. But first, we actually need a subject. And in this case, we're going to do service presentation ready mats. I like that. Now, at this point, I can click create. And I can also click edit to configure some additional details. Now, in our case, I think we should just select create. Now, although I had Mark selected under attendees, that only shows me his calendar events and when he's available. So I still need to add him as an attendee for this specific meeting. So if I click over here and I select edit in here, I can actually see right here, it's just me right now. So how do I add him? I actually just have to type him in, Mark Demo. And there we have it. Now he's added. I can also add my client right away since I have their contact information saved in my database. I can do this again by starting to type ReadyMat. And there we have it. Now, in the meetings detail tab, I can edit the start and the end times. Or I can mark it as an all-day event. In our case, I did say I wanted to do it till 11. A quick 1 hour. Now, in our case, I can actually just select also the duration, which I could have done. But I just typed it in. Now, the other thing that you can also do, by the way, is you can automatically update the time when you select the duration, and that's pretty useful. Now, if this meeting was in person, I can also quickly set a location over here. And if I wanted to, if this was a video call as an online-only meeting, we can actually add the video call URL right over here. Now, I can also add the plus add Odoo meeting over here, and that will automatically generate a video call URL from the Odoo Discuss module, which I talked about. And that is Odoo's integrated messaging and video chat app. Now, once that I do that, I can copy this URL to send to ReadyMat, and they'll be able to join the call, even though they aren't users of my database. And you can see that there is now a join video call button once that I do so. So We do that, and you see that right there. And that's just in case Mark and I want to see each other. But in our case, we're all right. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is I could also add tags, and I could even set a reminder for these types of things. And isn't that pretty convenient? In our case, for our tag, let's select customer meeting. And then once that we're done with that, this looks pretty good. So in our case, we also need a nice little reminder. And when should I be notified? In our case, we're going to select an email in 6 hours. I need to know way ahead of time so I could get prepared to look extra professional for Mark and Ready Matt. Now, if I wanted to, I can also create and edit new reminder types directly from this form as well. If I wanted to, let's say, send a text message reminder, let's say 2 hours ahead of this, I can also type in SMS text message dash 2 hours because we have 1 hour there. And you'll notice I can hit create and edit, and let's do that. And this pops up here. Now in our case, we could set SMS right there. And we can change it over here to 2 hours. Now, once that this is done, you'll actually notice I could even use a template or make this the default reminder type for any new appointments I create. In our case, all looks good, so let's hit save and close. And there we have it. Now, you'll notice there's another tab here, and that is the options tab. Once that we go inside of here, I can choose to make this meeting a recurring meeting in case once a week we want to catch up just until I change it. I can also change its privacy over here and its visibility right there through this drop-down menu. I can make this public, private, only for internal users, and this changes if this meeting shows my status as busy or available on the calendar itself. Now, one of the last things that I see right there is that I'm going to be showing up as busy, and that's good. And I'm pretty happy with these settings, so I'm going to go ahead and click email. What did that just do? That just emailed all the attendees next to the attendees field. And isn't that great? Now, Odoo will automatically use the preloaded calendar event update template for the email. I can also choose to edit it if I wanted to, or, you know, in our case, this looks pretty good. So I'm actually just going to hit send. All right, now that that's done, I could save my new meeting settings and everything and just pretty much be done with this. And now I can wait for my attendees to confirm my invitation. Now, I can actually clearly see the event on my calendar, and if I click on it, I end up seeing something special, a very short summary of the event details. If needed, you'll notice I can still edit it again. I can also decline it if I don't want to go anymore. Now, in our case, we're already accepted, but I could decline it. Now, you'll also notice I can also join the video call directly from this pop-up to easily redirect to my video chat in the Odoo Discuss module. And isn't that very convenient? All right, as you can see, Odoo makes it easy to set up meetings directly from a record. In just a few clicks, I can check other users' calendars and schedule a time that works for everyone. I can also rest easy knowing I've configured reminders that'll automatically be sent out to everyone and all the attendees. And that's all thanks to Odoo. Now, that's all for now, but be sure to check out the other tutorials and documentation to learn even more about calendar features. Now, thank you for watching. Have a great night.